pickles and shrimp. You ever dip pickles and shrimp? Trust me, it's delicious. It is hot out and bacon grease doesn't sound very good right now. So I want to go to Costco and find what is good for keto this summer. What can we have? Can we have a little bit of fruit? Maybe. Can we have something that's refreshing? Can we have some stuff to drink? Let's go find some summer keto goodness at Costco. I'll tell you, I wish the soft serve was keto friendly, but it's not. Let's see. You know, that can be kind of the hard part with keto sometimes is like, you know, when it's hot out, you don't necessarily want like super greasy things, right? But the idea behind keto is you don't have to be having a bunch of greasy stuff. As a matter of fact, I recommend keeping fats relatively low occasionally on keto, A, just to toss it up, but B, also to allow your body to use your stored fat as tissue. So basically, if you're constantly pummeling your body with external fats from your diet, when is it ever having the opportunity to liberate your stored fat, right? So occasionally, I mean, anyway, the first thing that comes to mind, well, this isn't gonna work because it's got these cranberries in it, but I was like, salad topper. This is a good idea, right? We have dry roasted sunflower seeds, dried cranberries, which have a bunch of sugar, so we can't do that, and pumpkin seeds, and tamari sauce. If it didn't have the cranberries in there, you could pick them out, but pumpkin seeds are just a nice little salad topper. Pumpkin seeds are super rich in zinc. So that's not necessarily keto friendly, but I was trying to think in that category, like fresh salad, stuff like that. I just want to see what's kind of hot for summer, if they have anything released. Oh, people talk about this all the time. This is a good one. You know, like what should you be consuming? These electrolyte kind of things they have at Costco. Like this is called Liquid IV. So yes, you should absolutely be consuming electrolytes on keto. And I've talked about this before, like electrolytes on keto when you're fasting. Very, very, very important because your insulin levels are low and you lose a ton of minerals. And there are studies, there's a study that was published in the journal Nutrition and Metabolism that found that the reason people feel fatigued or sometimes weak or even kind of just performance goes down when they start keto is usually a result of them losing electrolytes, not so much the fact that they don't have carbs. That means the electrical signaling to the muscle gets disrupted. So then that brings to mind, okay, do we want to have something like this liquid IV hydration multiplier? The first ingredient is cane sugar. So no, it's definitely not going to work on keto. Okay, but everything else, it's got some interesting beta glucans in there, which are good for the immune system. There's some good stuff, right? So not a bad product, but it just completely cancels it out by having sugar as the first ingredient. You can't, just doesn't make sense. I put a link down below if you do want to try a specific electrolyte called Element. There is a free sample trial pack, so I put a link down below. So that way you can try out like 8 different packets of Element electrolyte. That way it's going to have your sodium, potassium, magnesium, perfect when you're fasting, perfect when you're doing keto and you're transitioning. But it's a nice try. So you can just try it out. So you just pay for shipping. You pay a couple bucks for shipping and you can try them out. They're a big supporter and sponsor on this channel. So it is awesome. So if you're doing keto, using an electrolyte may just help you get that extra edge that you need to get through that rough period. So again, you go to drinklmnt.com/Thomas, drinkelement.com/Thomas, and that's also down below in the description, and you can try that sample pack of Element. It is awesome. One of the things, like when I first started doing keto about 10 years ago, I was 300 pounds and I was a fast food junkie, but I was also a fruit junkie. Like I ate a ton of fruit. And it was one of the tough things for me to get rid of when I was doing keto. I always liked fruit, even as a kid, and it was really tough to get rid of it. And I started realizing that certain fruits affected me in different ways. And I realized that berries didn't seem to knock me out of ketosis nearly as much as if I had like watermelon and stuff like that. So what I want to do is I want to see if they have some really good quality feta cheese that would go good with like a small amount of berries. Have you ever had like a watermelon feta salad before? Okay, like you take feta cheese, you put it on watermelon, put it with watermelon, it makes a really good salad. It tastes really good. But watermelon is just too high carb. Now we know that Costco is going to have some good selection when it comes down to berries, so I don't need to waste your time there. So here's some feta. This is pretty basic feta. I'm hoping they had a better selection of cheeses than this. We want to find real sheep feta. This is not sheep feta. Not that this one's bad, but sheep feta is going to just be a higher quality. It's really high in MCT oil too. I mean, this will work for a summer dish. So It's actually a really good deal. So I'm gonna grab it, and then if I find the sheep feta or goat feta, I'll swap it out and put it back. Okay, another summer kind of refreshing dish. I wouldn't call it refreshing, but you know, summer, you want to grill some, you know, stuff, you want to cook some sausage. I will say some of these paleo sausages and these kielbasas are super, super good. This organic kielbasa, $8.99 a pound, but it is the cleanest kielbasa I've ever seen. Organic grass-fed beef, water, salt, cultured celery powder, black pepper, a little bit of cane sugar, but doesn't even register. It's that low. Organic garlic encased in a natural pork casing. So that is a really good, now it's not the cheapest, this is 20 bucks, but I will love to eat this. Put this on the grill and go for it. So something that you can, again, enjoy this summer, along with some feta, would taste delicious. This is cool because it's a smoked chicken sausage, and this has organic chicken, organic basil, garlic, onion powder, garlic powder, organic vinegar, black pepper, oregano, and a little bit of calcium alginate casing. So again, a really good sausage that you can just kind of have. I'm gonna grab these two. Look at this, pickles with some garlic. These look good. What's in this? Ooh, nice. Cucumbers, brine. That's it. Garlic, dill, and grape leaves. So if you are doing keto and you need a nice electrolyte snack, you know how I talked about using that element? Also, just some pickles are delicious. This is great. $7, and this is some really good quality pickles. Delicious on keto, super good, almost a net zero food. I mean, one spear is gonna be like 5 calories. You're going to satiate those cravings, because a lot of times you're craving salt when it feels like you're craving sugar. There's a thing called an NST receptor in your gut, and that NST receptor sometimes gets crossed, so when you're craving sweets, a lot of times you're actually craving salt, especially on a diet like keto. So I'm gonna get those. Ooh, here we go. Nothing screams summer like some cold ceviche. What do we have in here? Water, tomatoes, where did I see water? Tomatoes, farm-raised shrimp. That's a little bit of a bummer that's farm-raised. Red onion. It's gonna be raw red onion too, so you're gonna get a lot of a microbiome benefit there with those prebiotic fibers from that. Cucumber, white onion, more prebiotic fiber. Cilantro, serrano chili, jalapeno chili, kosher salt, and garlic. This garlic, that's weird, garlic water. Okay, then a little bit of sugar, 3 grams of sugar for a half a cup. That's a fair bit. So 1/8 of this is only a half a cup, and that's gonna give you 5 grams of carbs. I think it's okay, but just remember that a lot of those sugars and a lot of those carbs, well, the carbs at least, are coming from the things like the onions and stuff. I'm gonna grab this because I think this is a delicious, fun, at least clean, even though there's a little bit of sugar, summer dish to have. Ooh, they got some new flavors here. Korean barbecue style chicken, paleo, and then the General Tso's cauliflower. This is keto and paleo friendly. Cauliflower, vinegar, sea salt, citric acid, black pepper, water, coconut aminos. Yeah, baby. You have 8 grams of carbs though for a 4-ounce serving. 3 grams of sugar, 2 grams of fiber, so you got 6 grams of net carbs per serving. That's dancing a fine line for me on keto. I really love this brand. It's a very clean brand, but that's dancing a very fine line for me. Let me take a look at this Korean style barbecue chicken here. It says paleo. Okay, a 5-ounce serving is 5 grams of carbs, 2 grams of sugar. So we got boneless, skinless chicken, lemon juice, yeast extract, Korean water, coconut aminos, coconut nectar, sesame oil. They're using the right fats. This is cool. And sweetened with monk fruit. So Korean barbecue style chicken sweetened with monk fruit. Maybe it's not the biggest like summer refreshing food, but if you had a bunch of people over for summer, things like that, I mean, like right now, this looks very barbecue oriented. And then I throw this kind of in there, but that just looks good and I want that. So it's my channel, I do what I want. What about Vita-Rain Zero? Pretty much like vitamin water. Let's see what's in this. Purify. Still using sucralose and acesulfame potassium. Come on, guys. What about, let's check out, that's the Kirkland brand. Let's talk about the vitamin water version. Stevia. Oh, nice. So it does have erythritol, but then at least we have stevia. That's a plus. Electrolytes, calcium, magnesium. I mean, these are going to be lower quality electrolytes and pretty low amounts. Like the Element electrolytes, like they have 1,000 milligrams of sodium. So I mean, I wouldn't drink this for electrolytes, but it's a refreshing beverage that you could probably be okay with having. I like that it has theanine in it because that can help you feel kind of calm. I'm gonna get this. I'll probably sip on these. Ooh, you know, here's something that's, people are gonna bag on me for this, but you know, it's not cheap. But if you want like a fresh green drink, this is pretty impressive that they were actually able to make this a relatively keto-friendly juice. Look at this. Okay, so the whole drink only has 8 grams of carbs in it, which is pretty unusual for most juices because it's cucumber juice, celery juice, grapefruit juice, okay, green chard juice, green leaf lettuce juice, lemon juice, kale, spinach juice, parsley, mint, peppermint. That's pretty darn clean. I mean, you're not getting a lot of nutritional value out of juice, but it could be refreshing for you to enjoy on a hot day. A 6-pack is $12. That's $2 a juice. That is not cheap, but it's also cheaper than going to a juice bar. So if you're into juice or you're making your own juice, this could be a decent fix for you. Again, I don't think I'm going to get it. Actually, you know what? My son kind of likes these. It's a little high in the carbohydrates and it's coming mainly from the grapefruit juice, but it's all good. I'm gonna try it. Actually, I've tried them before, they're good. And I got like raked over the coals on my channel because I talk about juice. Who knows? What's this? Oh, this is kind of nice. Vegetable melange. Mix of Brussels sprouts, brown mushrooms, red onions, red and yellow bell peppers, toxin extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, and cracked pepper. Fire roasted. Ooh, this looks nice. Okay, so Brussels sprouts, brown mushroom. So we get beta glucans there. Red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, red onion, extra virgin olive oil, sea salt. That is super clean. Wow. Throw this up on the stove. You can even microwave it. Oh my gosh, I love my Brussels sprouts. I'm stoked on this. John, who's behind the camera right now, he and I are on like a serious air fryer kick. I'm gonna see what happens to the air fryer with these. Super cool. Hey, by the way, do you want to see me do like an air fryer series? Because I'm like addicted to the air fryer right now. So let me know. See, like air fryer cooking series would be awesome because even a moron like me can cook. I mean, like I am pretty inept, right? But it's made it fairly easy for me. So, oh, here's some, you know what? This is something to talk about here for a second. Acai is a very antioxidant rich fruit, but they charge an arm and a leg for it. Did you know you can get almost as much, if not even more, antioxidant benefit and vitamin benefit out of just straight up berries? The nice thing that you get with acai, however, is a lower carb content. So what I like when it comes down to summertime, you could make yourself a keto-friendly smoothie, but this is going to be having cane sugar added to it. So we don't want that. Okay, 15 grams of carbs, 12 grams added sugars. So you see, one packet would only normally be 3 grams of carbs, but they added 12 grams of sugar here. So this acai packet will not work. But I will tell you that lots of stores have unsweetened acai packets. In this case, a 3-berry blend could just work perfect for you because there's no added sugars to this. 1 cup is going to be 16 grams of carbs, okay, but 5 of which is fiber. So that's going to put you at 11 grams of carbs for a full cup. If you have a half a cup, you're only looking at 5.5 grams of carbs. Perfectly acceptable. Plus, raspberries have a specific tannin in them that slow the absorption of the glucose and fructose, meaning you don't absorb as many of the carbohydrates. So frozen raspberries or frozen berries in general are great. Mix this up with a little bit of the feta and you are in business. That is a perfectly delicious thing right there. And trust me, it tastes really good. Some berries, frozen berries mixed with feta. You can add a little bit of stevia or monk fruit sprinkled on top if you want to make it a little bit tastier. But I found what I want here. That's perfect. Okay. This company always excites me. They've always got some cool stuff. It's this Real Good Foods, and these are their enchiladas this time. Those look super good. 6 chicken breast grande enchiladas with tomatillo sauce. So the tortillas themselves are made with chicken. Can you believe that? So look at this. Chicken breast, chicken tortilla is made in chicken breast, Parmesan cheese, cheese cultures, 2% water, 2% Walt. It's 2% Walt. You know, that's just Walter Matthau, you know. Salt, sunflower oil, which a little bit bummed to see that, but again, I get it. It's a small amount too. Then the tomatillo sauce, you're gonna see kind of the usual stuff, a little bit of sunflower oil again. But look at that carb content. One enchilada. Where else can you get an enchilada that has 4 grams of carbs in it? 2 of which are fiber. 2 grams net carbs. Maybe it's not necessarily summer, but it is relatively new at Costco, and it's a totally Thomas approved food. Even though there is a little bit of sunflower oil, it's just not the end of the world. So big on this. It's $12.79 here in expensive California, so probably gonna be like $4 anywhere else. Not really, but not 12 probably. Bread never really sounds good in the summer either. Oh, here's a new, what's this? A new keto bread. In like probably the last 5 or 6 Costco videos, I have completely just been bashing the keto bread that is in Costco, and just been bashing the crap out of it or bashing the heck out of it because I feel like it's just had hydrogenated soybean oil, all this stuff. So I don't know what this one has. This is a reveal, and I'm from the town of Sonoma originally. I grew up in Sonoma. I met my wife at Sonoma Valley High School, and then she graduated from Petaluma. So those of you that are North Bay, yeah. Okay, so I'm from Sonoma. Whoop, and I have hopes that maybe, just maybe, drum roll please, this one did it. Did my hometown do it right? They did one thing better. It doesn't have hydrogenated, but they use what's called a resistant wheat starch. Still has straight up wheat gluten, oat fiber, and soy oil. Once again, I am let down. It is a hair better than what was here before. I don't know if they still have it. If so, I'll show you. But you can't, people on keto should not be having a bunch of gluten, okay? Part of the benefit of the ketogenic diet is the anti-inflammatory effect that you get from beta hydroxybutyrate. Okay, it suppresses the activation of what's called nuclear factor kappa B, also attenuates what is called the NLRP3 inflammasome. So from a very genetic level, top down, it affects inflammation. One of the things that we see in the research is that gluten and a lot of grains in general are highly inflammatory. So you're potentially negating the effects of keto by having a bunch of gluten. And I'm saying this constructively now. A lot of times I've bashed the bread companies, but I'm saying this constructively because this company is from my hometown area. Please take this as constructive criticism. Try to find something different than the wheat starch, the wheat gluten. Okay, I know you can do it. There's companies that do it. It's a little bit harder to make it shelf stable. I get it. But find something else. And at the very least, please use a different oil. Stop using soybean oil. That just seems cheap. Whoa, here's something new. Check out that High Key made it into Costco. High Key's a cool company. I like them. I don't have anything bad to say about them. I mean, there's some things that maybe aren't the best, but like I like what they're going for. So let's see, we got almond flour, erythritol, coconut oil, unsweetened chocolate, dried whole eggs, inulin from chicory root, natural flavors, stevia extract, monk fruit extract, baking powder, baking soda, hydrolyzed collagen, guar gum, xanthan gum, salt, cocoa butter. So they're a lot like the Fat Snacks mini cookies. These have a really good taste. I do like them, and they're absolutely keto friendly, but the erythritol is pretty high in them. Now, I'm not opposed to erythritol. I promote products that have erythritol, and I think that as a sugar alcohol, it can be effective, but sometimes when it's this concentration, along with almond flour, the digestive upset can be a little intense. And so I just caution you. I think having one big sealable bag rather than little bags that you can control yourself in is a little bit of a mistake, but I understand how Costco works. So for that reason, these are so delicious. I gospel truth here, I'm not gonna bring them into my house because I know what will happen. And like, I'm human too. Remember, I was 300 pounds before. I do lack a little bit of self-control when I'm in the right hungry mood. So, oh, I got these last time. Just to try them. These keto crackers, coconut, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, brown rice flour, which is a little bit of a negative having a grain in there, tapioca flour, almonds, hemp seeds, erythritol, inulin. Anyway, I really liked them, so much to the point that I'm actually gonna get them again. It's interesting that they have erythritol in a cracker, but it was good. My son liked them, and I feel like it could work well as a summer little snack. A little bit of cheese, a little bit of these, like you're having some people over for summer. It's a good keto summer treat.